since we work on a new Friday, my new name is Triple OG.
Triple OG, it's not Debo anymore?
It's not Debo. Triple OG is bigger than Debo. Triple OG gonna be bigger than Zeus. When they see this one, Triple OG, this is the cat. So I take a little Zeus, I take a little Debo, and I stir it up, and you got Triple OG, America. Oh, man, sleep with your lights on. The fool is back.
Damn, I think everyone just
Everybody just
combusted.
woke up from the dead. What the hell y'all looking at over there? Don't get choked out. You got to come deal with that. And then you done it. Okay, now back to normal. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of them ribs, I'll tell you that. This is good right here.
Dining in Hollywood is as much about the experience as it is about the food. Where else can you get a sushi boat and a gigantic fortune cookie in a Japanese palace 250 feet above Hollywood Boulevard? Go to a supper club with the best Cuban food and salsa dancing. Picnic and watch a movie amongst the graves of Hollywood's biggest stars, only in Hollywood. In the late 90s, Tyler Cassidy and his brother bought the Hollywood Memorial Park out of bankruptcy.
I was 28 when I came and took it over, and no one really thought that I could do it, but no one else applied for the job, so I got the job. And I thought, I need a name that's gonna tell them it's gonna last. And so that was part of why Hollywood Forever felt right.
They revitalized the cemetery and added programming like Cinespias, outdoor film screenings.
Cinespia is basically a complete night out. People come at sunset. When the gates open, everybody comes in early because the picnic is half the fun. People cook special dishes themed to the movie, and everyone sits around, we listen to a DJ, and they eat food, and then once the sun goes down, we watch a movie.
We're here at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery for a Cinespia screening of Friday, one of my favorite movies. We're about to meet Debo, one of the most notorious characters from the movie. I'm extremely nervous. I just got word that Debo is prowling the cemetery right now, and so I'm just gonna cruise in and see if I could track him down. Mr. Lister, how's it going? I'm Kris.
Nice to see you. Come on, it's toast, man.
Happy Friday.
What you drinking, America?
And I think a lot of people, too, think of Friday, they think of Debo, you know? Yeah.
Before that was in WWF.
Yeah.
As Zeus.
Zeus.
Against Hulk Hogan. So yeah, I done it all. I'm just gonna try to do another 15 years and just ride off into the sunset.
Hey, Tiny, so I brought a couple snacks. We got some barbecue from Bloodzo's here. We got some Thai food, too.
You Thai, right?
I'm Thai, yeah.
My social media guy, Daniel's half Thai. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Daniel, dig in, man.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna dig in a little bit.
I'm gonna get some of them ribs, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, good ribs.
Yeah, simple things really excite me because I'm always working. So I love sitting around the parks and feeding the ducks and just eating some chicken. Hey.
Life is good, huh?
Life is good.
Life is beautiful.
Yeah, this is good right here. F. Gary Gray, one of the best directors in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Only time the director, F. Gary Gray, has ever cheated when he had to make sure I became Debo because he knew Zeus was larger than life. So all that WWE audience was gonna come with me. And it came. And the WWE want the hip hop audience too, so they was cool with it too.
Well, tell me about this scene where you're sleeping and there's the dirty undies there next to you.
You know, Ice Cube's a funny kind of cat.
Yeah.
He get you to sign that contract and then he starts sliding stuff in that it wasn't in the contract. You know, so that was
Sneaky.
that was
That's
that
a
was
sneak
that
attack,
was slid
man.
in after I signed my deal. All of a sudden, makeup coming on the set and putting brown powder on the underwear, and man, I ain't never lived that one down. Yeah, that was rough for me.
That's classic, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was so good. You've played some of the most menacing characters on screen, both in TV and in films. But you're one of the coolest, nicest dudes I've ever met. You know, do you think people are surprised at all when they meet you?
I look like I'm tough, but I ain't never been a big baby. I like watching Bonanza, so I say I'm a horse cart ride with a suntan, you know? but I make my living playing bad guys.
He is his character, but you know, after observing him for a while, like he's such a nice guy. Like, you know, this is totally different, opposite of what you would see in the films.
Were you intimidated at first or no?
I was a little bit, but when he goes to do his character, man, watch out, guys. Bite your head off.
They pay me to act a fool. America, stop working for free. Boy, these monster drinks is the best.
Did you ever think like 20 plus years ago we'd be screening this in a cemetery?
Only in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Only in Hollywood.
I've been dreaming about eating dinner at Yamashiro, a restaurant perched above Hollywood. Known for dishes like tuna crispy rice, colossal sushi boats, and fortune cookies as big as your head. This is probably the most visually insane and historical dining experience. In the early 1900s, the Bernheimer brothers built a private residence modeled after a Japanese palace near Kyoto. In the early 60s, Yamashiro became a restaurant. I invited my friend Matt, a chef specializing in traditional Japanese cuisine, and his coworker, Shige-san, to dine with me at Yamashiro. I wanted to take you to a place that was kind of a little more theatrical and a little more out of the ordinary.
Yeah, there's not much downtime, you know, running a restaurant, being a chef.
Here comes our fishbowl.
No swimming in the pool, gentlemen.
Is there a little fish in the bottom?
Thank you so much. What do we get ourselves into?
Right. Wow, that's high level straw / chopstick usage right there. That's why they gave us 2. They were thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you dip it.
This to me is one of those like only in Hollywood type things, you know? When you think of Hollywood food, like what does that mean to you?
Before I knew about Hollywood, I would say it's like more show than go. But what I've found is like a lot of people are like living up to that Hollywood expectation of like it's gotta look great and have that wow factor, but there's like really solid cooking behind it.
This is our spicy garlic edamame. Looks spicy.
Ooh.
Pork shank lollipop.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right. Now we're getting down to business here. Spicy tuna crispy rice.
Whoa.
Wow. Wagyu beef nigiri.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Crispy rice, spicy tuna.
Well, this one's got caviar on top.
Yeah.
That's high level.
That's not coming out of Tokyo. It's not
No.
This is like 100% pure Hollywood.
Oh, yes.
And it was probably sometime in the 90s.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I think that was like the boom of like the Japanese, kind of fusion-y a little bit, not so traditional.
It's crispy, it's like luscious, it's a little spicy.
Yeah, just the right amount of spice.
Wow.
That is a boat.
This is the sushi boat. Yeah. Does this remind you of Kyoto or not at all?
No.
Not at all.
You don't see one of these on the
Yeah,
Kamakura?
kind of old school.
This is beautiful too, right? Like to be able to get an experience as theatrical as this, and there's merits to it.
For a lot of people, most people, this is like a great introduction to Japanese food form because like they get some of the more similar flavors that you find in the traditional stuff, but it's like in a much more approachable way, and it's delicious. It tastes good.
It's the spot, man. What can I say?
Shoyu glazed black cod. Wasabi mashed potatoes and mustard green.
Nice.
Some daikon sauce on the side here. This is a Ishiyaki cooking stone with Kobe A5, imported from Japan. This is the highest grade cut of the cow.
You guys ready?
Yes, get it for it overcooked.
A5, Kobe. It's one of the most decadent things I've ever had. Like, you don't need more than like an ounce per person or something.
Right, yeah, a little bit goes
You know
a
what I
long
mean?
way there, for sure.
To me, this restaurant is like, it's like the ultimate Hollywood restaurant in that it's made to be popular. You have the action, you have the show here. Like, no one's gonna say no to any of that.
Exactly.
You know? After my scorpion bowl and sushi boat, I was ready for my second dinner. I'm taking my wife, Sarah, to what I believe to be the most fun dining experience in Hollywood, El Floridita.
El Floridita is a Cuban supper club. And so the idea is that you come in, you have dinner, you do a salsa lesson, and you stay dancing the entire night. There's a lot of great Cuban restaurants and there's a lot of great salsa clubs, but we're the only place that combines the two together.
Before our salsa lesson, Sarah and I are sitting down to dinner with the owner of El Floridita, Armando Castro. When was the beginning?
The beginning was more than 30 years ago. Founder of Floridita was my father, Armando Sr., and he had this vision of Cuban Supper Club. My father was a banker from his past, so he just decided to cross over to the restaurant industry blindly.
You took over when you were in your 20s?
In my 20s. Yeah, my father just got tired, and you know, it's tough because it's a supper club, so it turns into a nightclub, and we have live bands, and it's just after a while, it's a wear and tear.
And so I know that Monday nights in particular have become sort of legendary around here.
Okay, Monday nights have been going on for the last almost more than 25 years. And it's something that, you know, it started off as like a little jazz thing, and then it just morphed into something like, we have like a 10-piece salsa band now. We have dance classes, and people come and just want to have a great time. We have a lot of regulars over the years, you know, a lot of them like are in and out, but a lot of them still come in.
I've been coming here for 31 years. The food's fantastic. If I keep coming, it's because it's good.
Anyway.
Oh, wow. So what do we have here?
A little sampler platter.
Yeah.
We have some tostones rellenos with shrimp. We have some empanadas. We have the yuca fries. And then these are the sweet plantains, of course.
That's my style.
Yeah,
I love
sweet plantain, and they actually taste really good when you dip it in that watercress cilantro sauce.
I think you should bottle that. It's so good. Wow. This is my favorite right here, the beans.
This is traditional ropa vieja, which is a flank steak.
This is exactly how I want to eat.
And this is the masita de puerco. It's like a Cuban carnitas.
I think this is really special because, you know, with the experiential kind of dining where you go and you see a show or there's magic and dinner, the food sucks always, you know? The food is terrible.
You're absolutely right.
And this is like freaking delicious. This is the best thing I've eaten all day. I'm not a great dancer. I've never salsa'd before. Is that acceptable for me to come in here
Have a
and
couple
try
of
this?
drinks, my friend, Chris.
I'm already on my
Absolutely.
second, yeah.
Have
This is
one
great.
more and you'll be good to go, man. We have a great instructor today. His name is Oscar.
Yeah.
And he's been with us for over 20 years.
Ready?
Yeah.
First, we're gonna do a little body movement. A little body movement, just so there you go, just a little warm up. Now you go, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, good job, guys. 5, 6, 7, 8, shoulders. Around. Oh, to the right turn slowly. 1, 2, 3. Wow, you got it really well. That's good.
I'm trying.
That's really good.
It's about 200 degrees in there with all the folks in there. We're salsing, but somehow I was the only one sweating on the dance floor.
Everyone else was cool as a cucumber.
Everyone else, including the guy who was teaching us speaking, dancing, and like grabbing me and just like bone dry. But I saw this guy, Raul, on the dance floor, and he's just like, he knocked it out of the park.
Right together, left together, right.
Since I'm an old timer, I cannot dance like I used to. I had to slow down a little bit, so we pick a nice music so we can dance.
Our intention when we come out is just to stay for a set. And we usually end up closing the place.
And we go home around 2 o'clock in the morning.
When the dancers are great, I encourage him to dance. When I see him dancing with a young, gorgeous chick who's a fabulous dancer, it's foreplay for me.
They said you let it work, huh?
If all goes right, we're gonna be blasting mojitos here in 30 years and dancing salsa like Raul and his wife. There's no better place to end the Munchies Guide to Hollywood than at El Floridita on the dance floor. There are literally a million more restaurants to experience in Hollywood, but I got to visit some of the best. I made some new friends, hung out with old ones, ate in the best new restaurants, also the most classic spots, parking lots, and strip malls. I really can't imagine living any other place but Hollywood.
cemetery was founded in 1899. So back when all this land of Hollywood was just orchards and farmland. We have a range of stars that kind of go with each decade in the industry. Rudolph Valentino was one of the first silent film stars. Right now we're passing the Judy Garland Pavilion. Judy's in there resting. Here we have Johnny Ramone. He's one of our new residents who has started to have his own event as well. Here we have Chris Cornell. He'll be probably having his own service soon. This is Fat Cat Alley. We've got 60 cats on the property. What are you doing, mister? You waiting for your friend? I love the Fat Cat Alley. We got 5 peacocks, as well as 4 baby peacocks this year. And these are our gay swans. 10 years and no eggs. Finally put 2 and 2 together.